viewers, we back, man. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys sticking with us, man. As you guys can tell, I'm not in the booth. You know, I'm in, mi casa, su casa. I just wanted to give you guys a quick disclaimer. The We A Podcast is going solo dolo. Alt and Win have decided to step away. So I wanted to continue to give you guys some content. So I just want to say I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and we're gonna have a fun ride. So y'all can clearly tell I'm lying. No, man, we just haven't had time to get into the booth, and like I said, I just still want to give you guys content. So this is Kid Reacts, and like I said, mi casa, su casa. So let's get into the bull-ish. We already know what we gotta talk about today. That's why you clicked the video. Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times while in prison. On May 12th, approximately 7:20 a.m., inmate Santino Castillo stabbed Tory Lanez 14 times. Now reports state that he is not under critical condition, but Tory Lanez was transported to an outside third-party facility to receive medical treatment for said wounds. Before I go forward, I do want to say my condolences to you, Tory, Daystar, and your family. I know this is very, very uncomfortable circumstances. I can't, fathom the pain that you're going through. I can only sympathize with you. Your fans here at the We A Podcast, we support you. Your fans around the globe support you as well. We hope that you get well soon and you come home soon. So, but let's get back into this, man. On May 14th, just a few days ago, Tory Lanez held a press conference with some new information that may change a lot of people's perspectives, man. Go ahead and check this out.
Was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Fox 7's Christy Fajardo tells us about the claim of new evidence.
Bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week.
Just days after rapper Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was attacked in prison, his attorneys are calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lanez and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. We didn't hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment."
Now, some of the viewers may not remember who Kelsey Harris is, the name that they're bringing up in this press conference. She is the former best friend of rapper Megan Thee Stallion from Houston, Texas. Now, the bodyguard that's coming forward with this new evidence is Kelsey Harris's bodyguard, not Tory's bodyguard that took place in that incident back in 2020. But I wanted to give you guys some clarity in this matter. 1, because I believe it matters, and 2, is I believe that the facts matter. So I put a compilation together of the storyline to kind of show you guys why this process took place. I want you guys to check it out, and then we're going to get back to my thoughts.
Initially, Meg and Tory wasn't even dating at all. Yeah, Tory and Kelsey. Kelsey is her best friend. Mm-hmm. They up there kicking it, all the time. Tory coming through, talking to Kelsey, which made him and Meg cool. That's when we started seeing Tory on, Meg streams and stuff. They laughing and joking and the buddy did.
Official shot o'clock. Live right here on Quarantine Radio. Quarantine. This has just turned into Quarantine Radio in about 5 seconds. Quarantine.
But at some point during that kicking it process, Kelsey catches COVID.
Yes. That's what I heard. She got sick.
So Kelsey has to leave wherever they at, which I think is LA, and come back to Houston for a while to heal from COVID. While she's back in Houston, Meg and Tory start smashing, but never told Kelsey, right? So when Kelsey gets back, they just, look, man, we just gonna keep it rocking like ain't nothing happened. The issue is that, Meg wouldn't tell the world that her and Tory was together, wouldn't even tell her best friend that her and Tory was together. Why? Because it would make her look crazy.
Y'all know I was solid. Y'all know I was loyal to that girl. I I would have did anything for her. You know what I'm saying?
She like, well, you know, I'm single. So Tory feeling like, okay, well, damn, you ain't gonna even claim me at all. Well, I'm gonna start moving like I'm single. So they went out one night to Kylie Jenner's party. She had a little house party.
We had to come kill the streets for 5 minutes. So what?
The music, the PD just came out.
Okay. Tory, don't get my phone wet.
And when they get there, Tory, you know, they all drinking. It's tequila getting passed around. And, you know, if you're familiar with Meg's history in terms of drinking, she's a pretty belligerent drunk. We gonna keep it G. Violent, all that. These are her words, not mine. So that night, they at Kylie crib kicking it. Tory drunk. Kelsey, you know, everybody drunk.
Alcohol turns you into a different person.
Yeah.
I know, you know, sober, this is not who you are.
And Tory starts shooting at Kylie, dunking her in the pool, dunking in the water. You know how I go at the pool party when you like a chick. You doing everything. You know what I mean? Just you shooting your shot. And in the process of this, Meg gets mad. Right? Obviously, because she likes dude for real. Mm-hmm. She gets mad, she's drunk or whatever, and starts acting a fool. Now, Kelsey, at this point, probably still doesn't know that they smashing. She probably think that they cool, but she see Meg wilding. You mad as hell. Like, why you this mad?
I ain't never wanted none of your niggas. It was really, come to find out, your ass was fucking with a nigga behind my back that I was on first. And that ain't right, because you supposed to be my best friend. We laugh at bitches that do that shit to each other. We not supposed to do that shit to each other.
Mm-hmm. Which turns into an argument. So they end up leaving. Tory follows them outside, and they are the ones actually getting into it. Tory jumps in to try to break it up, whatever the case may be. And then, you know, one way or another, the security that was with him, somebody gets a hold of his gun, fires a shot or two, and Meg comes up limping. Eyewitness saying, these are not my words, this is in the discovery. Eyewitness, because again, they was up in the Hidden Hills, if I'm not mistaken. So it's other residents that's living in the community. They're outside yelling, arguing 2-3 in the morning. White folks is coming outside seeing what the hell is going on out there. But the witness says that the muzzle flashings were closer to Kelsey than they were to Tory. No DNA on the clip at all, which means he didn't load the gun. And the DNA on the gun was inconclusive, which means that they can't verify that he ever touched the gun at all.
But did they ever try to test it for homegirl, for a best friend or ex-best friend?
Oh, when you test it, you testing for everything.
Yeah.
You're not just testing it for one person. So whoever fingerprints is on it, if it was 10 people on it, they're going to see all 10. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's how that works.
But the difference is that the accusation is against Tory.
Yeah.
So they tested it against him.
They're not going to say that anybody else is on that.
Right, because they could come in and say, yeah, everybody touched it at one point because we was trying to, you know, everybody scrambling or what.
TMZ report about this, that, and the third, and there was gunshots in Kylie Jenner's house, and Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail, and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested, and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
Because if I'm Rock Nation, if I'm the PR group, right, I can't let the story get out that, for one, you smashing your homegirl man, and then for two, you at these people crib acting a fool, and then engage in some, you know,
and you're one of my bigger artists.
You outside fighting, you outside in a gunfire type situation, and you not be the victim. That's gonna make you look bad. That's gonna make us look bad. So we gotta spin this and say, you know, make you the victim of the situation. He shot me. That's a way better story to sell.
At the time, Tory Lanez was off the charts, man. He was putting out incredible music. He came out with his new album, New Toronto 3, with the hit song Broken a Minute. My favorite song on the album is Stupid Again, and he had Quarantine Radio that, you know, I had the pleasure of watching. Some people didn't have the pleasure of watching because their asses wasn't home during COVID. I don't know why, when you were told to stay home so you won't get sick, but everybody wanted to live their own lives. I don't want to get into it because it's going to piss me off, but famous blogger Jason Lee has came out stating that he had, some text messages from Tory stating that he was protecting Kelsey.
I said, how are you? How you been? He said, incredible, in very high spirits and preparing to physically come home this year. I said, when? I need to come in there and get an interview, LOL. He said, I can't say exact days, but I know I'll be home this year. I said, how long you been gone? I'm so confused by your case. He said, actually, I have a crazy plan when I get back that I think you should know and be a part of, because I'm only going to do one interview. And he said he's been gone 2.5 years. I said, I want to be a part of that plan. He said, it's honestly a bunch of suppressed evidence that was kept away from me during trial. I said, Wack told me that, but didn't say what. He said, like, through trial, they keep saying it was inconclusive on the gun DNA, but I always knew I never touched the gun, so I asked my lawyer to retest it, and sure enough, I was 102% excluded completely from everything, just like I said. I said, well, why didn't you just say who did it? Fuck doing time for something you ain't do. He said, I took the rap for Kelsey, never wanted her to go to jail, and I never wanted Megan to get hurt or anything. So in me stopping her from getting shot, I got the raw deal. Crazy how life works. And to think they made me the poster boy for the unprotection of black women, when in all honesty, I protected 2 black women, one from getting shot and one from going to jail. Never said nothing in 8 to 10 years for them to live. It's a crazy, crazy place we live in. I said, but why you ain't just say that? Nigga, when I got shot, I told. And he said, I lost my mother at 11 years old. I couldn't sleep with myself. I was the reason for taking a mother away from her kid. I just couldn't do it. Tory Lanez.
He's better than me.
My thoughts on this is pretty much Tory has been set up from the very fucking beginning, man. And I'm not saying this just as a fan. I'm not just saying this as a black man. I'm not just saying this as a man. I'm saying this as looking at the evidence that the police, the doctors, and the attorneys have presented to the public. None of it makes sense. This reminds me of the Jussie Smollett case.
What they didn't understand is that we were supporting him with our silence. Because we understood that this nigga was clearly lying. None of these details added up at all.
None of the evidence makes sense. Megan Thee Stallion has changed her story multiple times. Kelsey Harris has changed her story multiple times. And none of it makes sense. How do you have gunshot residue inconclusive for Tory, but not inconclusive for Kelsey, but don't bring it up in court? You don't bring it up in court because you're trying to set somebody up. That's why you don't bring it up in court. Megan Thee Stallion has lied to the public multiple times. Y'all remember the TikTok I just posted in the TikTok a couple months ago when she dropped her documentary about how she lied to Gayle King about having a sexual relationship with Tory.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
I don't lie. I don't have to lie.
Yes, bitch, I lied to Gayle King, bitch. First of all, I didn't know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind.
Well, if you lied to Gayle King, then you lied on the stand as well. Did we just not forget that she lied on the stand as well? So if you lied about having a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez because your best friend was in a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, how can we believe that you didn't lie about who actually shot you? Let's be real, man. This whole situation is just messy. And it's a shame that it took 5 years of processing and Tory Lanez to get stabbed 14 times for this to actually happen. Decided to take the blame for it. I for damn sure wasn't going to take it. The Black Ranger's not taking the blame. I'll be damned if I take the blame for shooting somebody when I didn't do it. I'll take the blame for sleeping with these 2 women. Now, again, Tory is not right in doing that. I will hold him accountable for sleeping with both friends. All right? But don't take the rap for not shooting someone. I don't know why he never came out and said it. I don't know why he didn't come out and say it in court. Kelsey Harris, she received immunity 1 day prior to her court appearance. This has just been a messy case for the past 5 years. So hopefully Tory can come out soon. Hopefully all of this can be put behind him, and we can get justice for this monstrosities. But we're gonna try to keep you guys updated and keep you guys alert. I'm gonna try to drop 2 videos a day. Don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna try 2 videos a day because there's a lot of stuff going on. So we're gonna just try to keep up and catch up with this content. So again, appreciate you guys viewing this. This is Kid Reacts for the We Up podcast. We up and we out.